Hi there, Leo. Welcome to your September. Yeah, that's it. 2014 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, just want to remind you to check out the video for your rising sign if you know it. Sometimes that can be more accurate than your sun sign because our ascendants are more specific to us even than our sun sign. So usually though, it's a combination of the two that you can get a pretty good guide of what might be coming up for you in September. Of course, the only way to get a reading only for you is to contact me and schedule one. I do those on Skype. They're $65 for a half-an-hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address shown here in the video or below the video. It's there too if you want to set something up. Can take me a few days sometimes to get back to you, but I promise I will get back to you. I go in the order that I receive requests. Last month I did used the stones, the rune stones instead of the cards. The traditional way of casting, and asked you guys to let me know which way you preferred, and the majority prefers the stones, so we are going to stick with those. Majority rules here at Runescopes if nowhere else, but for those of you who like the cards, I'm also going to lay out a tarot card for each position, so that should give us the best of both worlds. I do use both in my private readings, and I find that they work really well together. Because you know, there are some things that are, yeah, rune questions or tarot questions sometimes. So I tend to go back and forth during private readings. But let's take a look. Leo, for September. And see what the powers that be want you to know. Just felt very gypsy-like there. The powers that be. Okay, I'll stop. I feel that this one wants to be up here. Okay. Okay. Your challenge, Leo, for the month of September. Your challenge may be to leave something in the past that happened in the past, but you haven't been able to let go of it yet. And you know, it does, maybe somebody said something hurtful to you. Maybe you said something hurtful to someone else. Maybe it was both, combination of both. But yeah, there's something still hanging on about this. And with the Queen of Swords coming up reversed, this is someone who is very, she's going to come off as rude or brash or just, you know, uses her words like swords, basically, most definitely. When Queen of Swords is upright, this is somebody who can be blunt and forceful with her words, but she does not, she wouldn't be considered rude or say things to cruelly hurt someone. That's not her. But this is coming up in the reverse. So this is somebody who has been cruel. You know, if this has been you, you know, you may hear from somebody that, you know what, I can't let this go. You know, I feel like you disrespected me, and you know, so it may be that you are ending your relationship with this person, or it may be that somebody is ending their relationship with you. It's coming up as a female, doesn't have to be. So this is actually going to be for the better though, Leo. This is actually a good thing. You may not see it right now, but it is. It's for the best. It's actually going to just kind of put you on a better path in some way, or put you, the sooner you can leave this behind in this relationship behind, the better. So for you Leo guys out there, if this is somebody that you've been partnered up with and it's just maybe the arguments have just gotten a little, you know, crazy with the cruelty, especially like maybe things that are being hurled at you, then it's time to leave this relationship behind. And you know, that may be your challenge, is to leave something behind, literally or figuratively. And you may feel that somebody is not putting effort into something, okay? So, I mean, this could be going back to this woman. Maybe this is somebody you work with, a coworker, and, you know, she's not doing her job. She's making it impossible for you to do your job, or, you know, just lazy. This person's just lazy. you may feel somebody's not using their wisdom, is setting off on an improper course. For some of you, this will be a male in your life. So this could be, you know, it could be the same person though, going back to this. I may just be getting a mix here because there's so many of you watching, but and it's going to be different for all of you. But yeah, you may feel somebody's being foolish or making a foolish decision in September. And, but it seems like they're set on this course. They're going to do this anyway. And for most of you, this is going to be a male in your life. And they're doing this because it's easier. They're choosing this road because it's easier. It's the easier road. And you know, you are just going to feel like they're not using their wisdom, like this course. But I mean, you know, everybody has separate paths in life, and you know, you can't stop someone from doing something if they're determined to do it. If they're determined to go down a road, they're going to go down it. And you know, you can definitely say your piece, but I feel like it'll go unheeded just because it's too difficult to do otherwise from where this person is seeing it. Ladies, those of you who are single, I mean, if you have been in a relationship with somebody who's not putting effort into it, don't play the fool. Don't be played the fool. Don't stick around for, you know, somebody who's not stepping up. You know, in September, you may see more evidence of this. I don't feel like it's new information. I don't feel like it's new. For some of you, maybe this woman figures in because she tells you, you know, you hear something from somebody, and this may be on the internet. When swords come up in reverse, especially, I always feel like it's internet drama. This may be somebody who sends you a message on Facebook or emails you or texts you and says, you know, I saw your guy out with someone else, or your guy's been out with me, or, you know, your guy's been fooling around with me. You know, definitely check the sources, but I mean, I think you're going to find what I've got coming up here is a guy who kind of jumps on whatever falls in his lap around some of you, not all of you. Those of you that this applies to, you already know this, I think. You know, and he's made a mistake, but he makes a lot of mistakes. This is probably not the first time maybe he's fooled around. And it's interesting to me that the fool reversed came up, and I keep saying fooling around. I don't know why, it's just that's what I'm hearing, fooling around. So yeah, get rid of any relationships that are not serving you, that are only causing you pain or strife or discord. Help that's going to be available to you is that I feel like you're going to be prevented from exacerbating a family situation. And that's somebody's going to stop you from making an already bad situation worse. And this has to do with family. And, you know, also another way this can work, the help that's available to you, is that there may be something that somebody was trying to hide. This could be a family member, or it could be somebody that lives in your home, again, coming up with this domestic rune. So again, we could be talking about your partner. Whatever needs to come out will come out. Any secret that anybody's been trying to hide around you. You know, if it's you, any secrets that come out in September, they need to come out. But it could almost guaranteed to cause some discord, but it needs to come out to be cleared away and dealt with so that new things can come in. So, but yeah, another way this can work is that somebody's going to prevent you from creating stirring up an already crazy drama situation. So, you know, fire signs can sometimes, you guys are so impetuous and you do, you know, you just kind of jump in. You think before you speak sometimes. And you take action before you think it through sometimes. Of course, we all have that trait. Fire signs, though, I do find tend to get themselves into jams that way a little bit more often than the other signs. So, yeah, it seems like somebody's going to say, whoa, hey, no, don't do that. And it's a good thing. So if you get that advice in September, listen to that. You may be angry, you may be hurt, you may, because this is all in your mind. There's some kind of mental prison or issue going on in the mind. But I think that before you take action on this, somebody's going to stop you, because they're just like, look, this is already, because it seems like you're thinking about doing something sneaky or doing something to, but really think about what your ultimate goal is. Is it going to get you what you want or need, or is it just going to stir up more crap? Nobody needs that. So just think things through in September, Leo, and listen to people who say, that's not a good idea. You're just going to make things worse for yourself. Don't do that. Definitely listen to that advice. It can be difficult for you. You are a fixed sign. You're very stubborn. And, you know, it can be difficult for you to take advice from other people sometimes. But I do think that this is somebody that is giving you proper advice here. What can't be changed is that there may be something disappointing going on with money in September. So, I mean, it could be you were waiting on a loan, or you were waiting on a raise, and there's something that just is not going well financially. It could be that you're just kind of strapped in September, but there does seem to be a disappointment with this. So it seems like maybe an amount that you thought was coming through that you were kind of depending on doesn't come through. So if you're watching this on the August side, Leo, if you can plan ahead, save a little bit in August, maybe curb the spending a little bit so you have some extra in September, because it looks like there may be an expense that you weren't anticipating, or you know, a raise that's delayed, something going on with money that you were expecting that doesn't quite pan out. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's why we watch these. At least that's why I watch them, to know in advance, and maybe I can turn it around. So yeah, save a little bit in August if you can, Leo. At the end of the month, there's an action that you're going to be thinking about taking. It looks like you have a choice between two actions, and you're mulling this over, because with the Two of Swords, you know, we can't see where it's going to lead, but we have two paths, two very different paths normally. These will both have the ability to change your life in a pretty significant way, but you're going to be mulling these over by the end of September. And you know, with this rune, this is either maybe you're thinking of moving or leaving a job. You may be thinking of just taking off. Maybe thinking of, you know, and again, if you're going through something, maybe if you live with this person who has been the fooling around thing, or has just been foolish in some way, not stepping up, not being a good partner to you, and you live together, you may be thinking of, you know, taking a trip and getting away. And maybe you should, you know, if you have any time, or if you can take some time off over the long weekend. If you live in the States, we have Labor Day weekend in September, Leo. If you can get away and just, because I think you're going to need some time and some quiet to mull over these two options that you're mulling over at the end of September, these two paths that you can go down. And I don't think anyone else knows about either one of these. I don't think anyone else knows that you are mulling this over, Leo, because with the Two of Swords, the Moon card is in here. I'll show you. And the Moon card signifies to me is that, you know, so much is still hidden. And because this is in the mind, swords are in the mind. So whatever you're mulling over, these two paths, it's hidden from everyone else. Only you know. And there's a certain sort of satisfaction for you in that. That's the word that came. Satisfaction. That only you know about these two options. So I'm not seeing if you're going to choose by the end of September, but I do see you trying to decide which way to go, which road to choose, which path you want to go down. That involves a big shift or change. So yeah, if you can get away, be by yourself for a little bit in September, you know, or even if it's just, you know, if you do live with, you know, a spouse and children or family, you know, you just find a place where you can go. I feel like this is outside. I feel like this may be near water or out in nature, you know. So yeah, if you have family that lives in nearby, but in a place where you could go near water, and just kind of relax to a lake or, you know, a nice relaxing place where you can go and really think things through. Because this is gonna drastically change your direction. I feel like whatever this is, Leo, that you're contemplating, it will drastically change your life. So you know, definitely giving it thought and taking time to really focus is going to be very beneficial for you in September before you make a decision. So that is what I see, Leo. I hope that was helpful. Not the lightest of months, but I mean, I'm anxious to see what you get for October. October, we have some major eclipses going on, and with you dealing with all this in September, what I'm thinking is you're probably getting it out of the way. You just get it out of the way before everybody else, and while everybody else is freaking out in October, you'll hopefully be fine. I do think there's a big change coming for you in October, though, but you seem to have control over it. You know, because again, it's two directions, two paths in September that you're mulling over. So that is what I see. Good luck with that, Leo, and I'll see you back here in October.